Always good to have your mic on before you start recording. Oh, cool. I got live really quick. Check the volume. I can hear myself. Yay! Hello everyone, Bubble Ninja 720 here, bringing you part 163 of my playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. Been a little bit since I've been on here. It is currently Make It Rain campaign. And as such, we have some unlocks to do. Royal Rumblings. I'm not going to do this on Warrior, though. What am I going to do this on? Frag it, we'll do it on Warrior. Fair stranger, did you hear of the sensational Gold Saucer festivities currently underway? All who participate are entitled to a handsome MGP bonus, not to mention discounts on a bevy of prizes. A simply unmissable opportunity, I'm sure you'll agree. What's more, I gather they're hosting special triple triad classes for younglings, all taught by the Cardinal of Cards himself, King Elmer III. Which reminds me, a rather peculiar rumor concerning the king has been circulating recently. My friend Ollier works at the Saucer, and by his telling it's causing much consternation among the staff. Judging by your indomitable gaze and well-worn garb, I'd wager you're an adventurer. If any of this has whet your appetite for intrigue, I suggest you journey to the Card Square and speak with Ollier directly. Ah, look at me blabbering on. I'd best be off, for I shan't rest until every Ildon in this fine city is privy to the Gold Saucer's festivities. Pardon me, my sinuses are a little clogged due to allergies. Alright, we're gonna go to Gold Saucer. It has been a bit since I have streamed this game. If you've been keeping up, took pretty much the week to knock out Doom the Dark Ages, minus its DLC because it's not out yet, and of course 100%ing secrets. It was a pretty fun game. I definitely loved the Saw Shield, but yeah, the music was a little for me. It had the punch when it was like going strong, but more often than not, it wasn't to the set that it usually has. Usually the music would ramp up when combat was reached, but it got drowned out due to the combat a lot from my remembrance of it. And then of course, I was missing a few items like my sticky nades, but it was still good. It was a good title nonetheless. I liked how it was more serious as opposed to comical. There's a little bit of my problem with Eternal. It had too many goofy bits, I think. Allow me to bid you a warm welcome to the Manderville Gold Saucer. How might I be of service? You came all this way to discuss the rumor with this humble attendant? I'm touched that you take an interest in what must seem a trifling matter, but if you're willing, I'd be ever so grateful for your assistance. Forgive the intrusion. I thought it best that I myself inform you of the details. I am King Elmer, and while it's not technically royal blood coursing through these veins, my reign over Card Square is absolute. Of all our triple triad playing staff, I am without question the strongest. Alas, an unsavory rumor threatens to topple my metaphorical crown. There are mutterings that the king is no more skilled than a fresh-faced novice. I am the final hurdle before fledgling players go on to challenge the realm's best triple triad tacticians. Overcoming my curated strategies is paramount to their future standing. And yet my prowess is called into question? Inconceivable. The ordeal has proven rather stressful for King Elmer III, as I'm sure you can appreciate. Even the most level-headed among us can unravel during times of crisis. It's worth noting that our records don't indicate any crushing defeats of the like to blemish his reputation. As far as the Gold Saucer is concerned, King Elmer III continues to fulfill his duties with the utmost skill and professionalism. Painstakingly have I honed my skills, analyzed countless techniques, all that I might provide our guests with thrilling experiences. If this rumor isn't contained, the very meaning of challenging me would be lost. These murmurings affect not just the king himself, but the entirety of Card Square, and all who would test their mettle within its gilded confines. We must act swiftly to ensure they spread no further. Before you arrived, we established that none of our colleagues are the origin of the rumor, but the task remained to find those responsible. Can we count on your aid? Sure. Thank you, adventurer. Your assistance is most appreciated. As much as I'd like to help, between my regular duties and teaching the younglings, I simply don't have the time. Please do accept my apologies. I propose we split up and question some of the patrons. I shall begin my inquiries in Round Square, which leaves Wonder Square in your capable hands. Sure. Let us reconvene in the 8th Ray Plaza shortly. This is a piss take on the fact that King Elmer III is supposedly the hardest / easiest Card Square player, the NPC that you can go against, and he does offer the Bahamut card, which is a really good card to have. Huh, I didn't have anything here. Sorry, I'm going to do this. And you can actually beat King Elmer III with a deck of your basic beginner cards due to the plus of the plus rule set. The notion that the king is anything but a consummate master of triple triad is preposterous. I heard he was around here somewhere, though. Where could he have gotten to? If you're after the king, I just spotted him here in the square losing a round of the triple triad. He got absolutely trounced. Must be something going on. Ah, so there's an imposter. That's what it is. The rumor must have passed me by, but I just spotted King Elmer III striding off toward Event Square. To catch a glimpse of him roaming the saucer, why, it's a gift from the spinner herself. It's a case of mistaken or stolen identity. Pardon me. Adventurer, how fares your investigation? Your findings mirror my own. For a blessing, it seems few patrons actually believe the rumor, although the sightings of a king wandering around outside Card Square are cause for concern. As far as I'm aware, King Elmer III hasn't left his table. Second king walks among us. We have an imposter on our hands. I am of the very same mind. Their motives are unclear, but if they are indeed the source of the rumor, it behooves us to act. Let us make for Event Square and zeke out this false king. I kind of want to see what the card looks like. Oh, Yojimbo's up. I have never finished this one, by the way. I always get knocked out. Oh wow, looks like a lot of people won. I gotta go up. Alright, let's see who it is. King Hamlet III, what are the chances? We must duel. But of course, prepare yourself for a royal thrashing. Huzzah, I beat the king. 'Tis true what they say, you're as weak as they come. But bested by one of my subjects, so the shame. Adventurer, have you sighted the pretender? Yeah, he's over there. His hair is a shade lighter. There he is, our false king. Let us approach. Say, do you find folks partaking the delights of Triple Triad? If you're in the mood for a round or two, King Hamlet III shall be glad to oblige. You're no king, usurper. I dare say we found the source of the rumor. For a king of cards, you seem awfully devoid of talent. I want to say you're no king, usurper. Usurper? How dare you? It is I, King Albert III. Wait, you're a gold saucer attendant. Curses. You're here to detain me, aren't you? No, I won't let you. I'm not ready to give up my crown. Wait, you charlatan. Drop the card. You recover a King Hamlet III card safe and secure within a protective case. You'd better present your find to Alier. I still need to do 3 minigames. Please accept my apologies for dashing off like that. I'm afraid my efforts were in vain. I soon lost sight of him. Oh, did you find something? I want the card, though. A King Hamlet III card. These were commissioned as an exclusive gift for his most ardent fans. For Triple Triad enthusiasts, King Hamlet III's unwavering dedication to the game inspires respect and devotion in equal measure. I'd be willing to bet our imposter is one such fan. With that in mind, I'd like to see this card returned to him. Though I fear he'll simply flee should we approach him directly, we'll need to devise a plan. Wah, but Mummy. Now then, don't fret. We'll make an announcement and your mother will soon come and get you. Really, you promise? Absolutely. How about we head somewhere easier to find? Let's summon him with an announcement. We could use the card of his as bait and lure him out. Of course, I'll announce that we found a lost card. If he's half the King Hamlet III fan I suspect he is, he'll soon come to collect it. I shall make arrangements right away. In the meantime, I'd ask that you wait by the main counter for the imposter to appear. I'll harangue him with my wrath grinder. Nothing too serious, I just get him stuck in the hoop. Go ahead and knock a few of these out. Triple threat! I got both of them done at the same time. Hehehehe. A King Elmer III Triple Triad card was recovered in Event Square. We kindly ask the rightful owner to present themselves at the main counter. There he is. He came in with his regular clothing too. Praise Nemea. I feared I'd lost you for good. King Elmer III? I thought I might offer all your assistance during my break. Little did I know I'd be chasing down an imposter. I can only presume this is him. You're right. You there. Having a novice masquerade as the king is a grave threat to the Order of Triple Triad. If word spreads that I'm a feeble opponent, what thrill is there to be had in challenging me? Forgive me, that was never my intention. Why commit to such a guise in the first place? Look, I love Triple Triad, but I'm hopeless when it comes to playing. I thought that mimicking you would somehow make me stronger, give me a taste of victory. Then one day, someone mistook me for the real king. I got carried away and started pretending I was you. Obviously, that's no way to improve my game, but... Forget my kingly comportment. It's methods and tactics you must imitate. Only after rigorous analysis of your foe's stratagems will you grow stronger. When I began my journey, I struggled immensely, but by studying my opponents, learning and leveraging their skills, I gradually improved and thus developed my own identity as a player. Of course, it didn't come easy. Some opponents were difficult to mimic, and only after countless defeats did I carve a path to the throne. In a sense, the king is a composite of all those players I bested along the way. From your telling, the concept of imitation is clearly an intrinsic part of the game. An intrinsic. Indeed. To succeed in the world of Triple Triad, you must seek out worthy opponents, commit their tactics to memory, and build up your repertoire. I look forward to the day you face me, not as some pale imitation, but as a fully fledged player with your very own identity. Just you wait. One day I'll be ready to challenge the real King Elmer. Oh, and sorry again for all the trouble I've caused. He also got a big nose. He got an Elmer Fudd nose. And it seems the rumor has caused little damage. I'm inclined towards lenience. I hope this strikes you as agreeable, adventurer. Sure. Right, I believe that's case closed. I'm glad we're able to resolve this before any lasting harm was done. You have my gratitude. I better get back to the card square. Do drop by sometime. I've already dropped by and I've already claimed your Bahamut card. And I use that to claim a multitude other cards and get my current deck. I'm relieved you were able to nip this in the bud. By way of thanks, please accept this King Elmer III card. It's one of the very first we had printed from those reserved by King Elmer III himself. A rarity among rarities, if you will. Anyhow, with the festivities still in full swing, I do hope you stay and unwind. After all this talk of Triple Triad, I imagine you're itching to put your acquisition to the test in Card Square. Not really. You have learned the emote overreact. Let's check it out. That was that one. Alright. Elmer card. I want to kind of see what it is. Huh, weird. Oh, there he is. 9774. Nope. Not gonna use it. I like my Sid Garland card way better. Actually, instead of doing double ace, would it be better to get double 9? No. It would have to be a really good 9. I don't think I do have a better. Kind of the same. Ultimate weapon, but that is kind of a downgrade because it's a 9 and an 8. Because you can only have, if they get rid of the 5-star, you can have 2 4-stars. But, then they could do like ones like the 3/8s, but meh. I think my deck is about as strong as it's gonna get right now. Alright, so the other thing we gotta do, we gotta go to Adkra. And I'll do a random one of those. Okay, so actually, yeah, we'll go to Adkrug. We're going to go on armor and do it on that one, because that's one I'm currently leveling up. Let's go over to Idleshire. Alright, so... Nope. Custom deliveries. I would be doing... I think it's... Signature Booze Cookware so far. Yep, I need 3 of those. Alright, so I need 9 cookware materials. Boom. That was quick. Lefty! Still naked as the day he was born. Well, if it isn't Hero. For your contributions towards keeping the hard place in a good place, you have my heartfelt gratitude. And he's already said that one. Thanks to you, we are now ready to offer our special booze. Our patrons are bound to love this variation on the traditional recipe. I must hand it to the mole. It never would have occurred to me to use catfish in the filling. People are coming from near and far for our special booze. This would not have been possible without you to supply the ingredients, and my illustrious self to make the mouth-watering stuff, of course. But to another matter, there is something with which I require your discreet assistance. Recently, Melody claims to have seen a Xyla man here in Idleshire. By her judgment, he did not appear to be an adventurer. I have an ill foreboding about this individual, and I need you to investigate. I would do the deed myself, but I have my hands full with orders of booze. To begin with, I suggest you speak with Melody. Do not delay. The continued survival of the hard place may well be at stake. Matcha. Adcraig is overjoyed with your efforts. He now considers you a cornerstone of the hard place. A new quest continuing the story of the hard place's financial fortunes is now available from Melody. Upon its completion, the custom deliveries list for Adcraig will be updated. Cool. Tempura platter and nomad meat pie. He ain't piggy, he's my brother. Greetings, hero. Is there aught you require? You wish to know about the Xyla man whom I saw, of course. His garb was outlandish, not unlike those worn by Algu and Telebog, and he seemed to be searching for something, or someone. You don't suppose he could be connected to Master Adcraig in some way? Chief, we may have a problem. That's him, the visitor. Welcome to the hard place. Beg pardons, I am searching for a man named Adcraig. If any of you know him, I ask that you point me in his direction. Looks like I gotta take control. Well, if it isn't the adventurer from Reunion. The fates are kind to bring us together once more. Lest you have forgotten, you fetched me purple flowers. Only after we went our separate ways did it occur to me that I had failed to introduce myself. That oversight I shall now rectify. I am Belugan of the Adderkim, and the man I seek, Adcraig, is my older brother, whom you may recall has gone into hiding. I had come upon rumors of his whereabouts, and thus did I set out to find him and bring him home. These two, I know for minions of Adcraig, and they likewise vanished from the tribe. I chanced to spot them in Reunion and decided to shadow their steps. They refused to reveal the truth to me, but I have every reason to believe that I am come to the right place. But perhaps it would help if I described my brother. First, Adcraig is a proud man and can oft be heard referring to himself as illustrious. Next, he is extremely fond of booze and is skilled in its preparation besides. Last, and not to insult your intelligence, he is obviously a Xyla like me. This point I emphasize only because there cannot be many of our kind who dwell in these parts. I haven't seen such a person. This piggy here is your brother. Oof. I gotta be truthful. The Adcraig I know would not lower himself by dressing as livestock, and yet the man who claims the self-same name, the proprietor of this establishment, is said to wear a swine's mask. You there, take off that mask. I would behold your face. Wait. The chief, he's disfigured. Yes, disfigured. Hideously so. That's why he wears the mask. He can't bear having his face seen. That's so. Well, perhaps I misspoke. I am but a stranger here, and it is not my place to make such demands. Very well. I shall take my inquiries to the other residents of this town. Wow, I gave him away and it didn't happen. Hero, I must ask a favor. Loath though I am to drag you into my tribe's dilemmas, will you keep an eye on Bulugan? Sure. You are offering to join me. I would be heartened for your company. I am a stranger and this is a strange land. Yes, very strange indeed. When first I arrived, I thought my eyes were playing tricks. To think that a place exists where man and beastman abide together in peace. I should very much like to meet these creatures you call goblins. Let us begin by speaking with one of them. Hail to you, friend. I am a wayfarer come from the far east in search of my lost brother. The proprietor of the hard place. Know you if he is a Xyla like me and a native of the Azim steppe? Slowfix steals a glance at you. Will you gesture something to him? Shake your head, motion to yourself, avert your gaze. I guess I'm supposed to... I don't know. I'm gonna avert my gaze. Pishko. Idleshire is free nation. Birth, race, faith. Such things not matter here. One and all are welcome, provided one is willing to sweat work for good of all. An owner of the hard place sweatworks muchly. He is high-standing citizen of Idleshire, has earned high view of Gobbyflock, a true Gobby friend. So, Slowfix asks, what business does Uplander have with Gobby friend? Does Uplander mean good, or does Uplander mean ill? Well, I wish only to see my brother back to... Nay, never mind. My thanks for your time. Next, I will try approaching the treasure hunters. I understand they have a hand in the running of the settlement. It stands to reason that they would know about its residents. Midnight Dew looks over at you. Will you gesture something to her? Shake your head, give a knowing wink. Nothing. I'll give a knowing wink. Beg pardons, but I wish to inquire about a Darkham man named Adkireg. I believe he is the proprietor of a hard place. Adarkim? Can't say I know what that is, but I do know Adkireg. We all do. Peculiar choice of outfit aside, he's always got hot meals ready for us hunters after a hard day's work, and he'll lend an ear to our ventin till our throats are hoarse. Reckon I speak for all hunters when I say Idleshire wouldn't be the same without him in his place. And that's the Adkireg I know. Couldn't speak to this Adar what's-it, though. I see you are determined to take my brother's side. I am not blind, my friend. Adkireg always had a way of winning people over. Growing up, I wished I could be more like him. But I am not my brother, nor will I ever be. And there is only so many assassination attempts a man can endure in his sibling's stead. It does kind of suck that his brother is getting attempts on his life. Perhaps a child will prove more forthcoming. Excuse me, little one. Do you know Adkireg, the owner of the hard place? Heh. Uncle Adkireg? Of course Chloe knows him. He's always has exciting stories to share with Chloe and her friends. Lots of people were trying to kill him or kidnap him or marry him. Sometimes all these things at once. Oh, and he has a little brother back at home. Someone named Boogaloo. Yes, that's his name. He's very dependable, and Uncle Adkireg admires him very much. Chloe's never met Boogaloo, but Chloe likes him already. Chloe must work hard so Zoe can admire her like Uncle Adkrig admires Boogaloo. Well, if there was ever any doubt, there is none now. The owner of the hard place is Adkrig, my brother. There is much more I would say to him, hero. May I ask you to be present? I mean, I kind of just gave you the answer right at the beginning. You didn't have to go walking around, but, you know, to each their own. I'm going to go ahead and get my next book. Oh, I got 0 second chances. I'm gonna have to knock a few of these out so that way I can actually do them. Maybe that's what I'll do this part. There's a few of them I'll be able to knock out almost instantaneously. All I have ever wanted was to live my life in peace, away from the burdens of succession, but that was denied to me. I felt trapped, deprived of choice, and so I chose nothing, yet that may be the worst choice of all. Whether I embrace my fate or seek another path to walk, unless I take control of my own life, it will forever be under another's control. This journey has taught me that. Your secret is safe with me. I will say that it was not my brother that I found here, but another man. Fare you well. Wait. As I have here, one day you will find your own purpose, something that you will want to protect, no matter the cost. But the road is long, with many a winding turn. Whenever you need a rest on your journey, know that you will always be welcome here. Aw. Brotherly love. Gotta love it. My, to think that Master Adkrig was once a candidate to lead his tribe. He's not leaving us, so thank the heavens. Huh. It's over. We can finally rest easy. Bulugun is a good man. I wish him well. I apologize for the recent uncertainty, but it's safe to say no more of my kinsmen will come after me. The hard place need not go without her illustrious proprietor. He didn't take his hat off? What? I finally reveal my beautiful face, and all you can do is stare. Come now, a compliment or two is surely in order. But we didn't resolve Melody's issue. Did we? I thought we just hit her and that was it. Permit me to thank you again, hero. Lest you worry for my brother, you need not. Bulugun is a born leader. Where I am brazen, he is restrained. Where I am impulsive, he is measured. Often did I wish that I could be more like him. He will make a fine Khan, and when the day comes, I will go to pay my respects. You should join me. I would show you my homeland. I've already been there. Of course, my home is here now, and here I shall put down my roots with an easy heart. But enough talk. We have a business to run. Thanks to your contributions, we are close to being profitable once more. Now, I believe, is a good time to shift our focus to outfitting the place with new furnishings. Go forth, my friend, and procure for us these things. Got some matcha, we got this, we got that, I got some materia. Alright, so now I need Hard place decorative furnishings. I need 9 tavern furnishing materials. Quickly craft. I love quickly crafting. Alrighty, those are done. This should get me to 89 on my armor. Yay! Hero, ever a sight for sore piggy eyes. Thanks to you, I scarcely have a moment's rest. Rest assured, that's a good thing. For a space to be conducive to relaxation, all of its furnishings must be in harmony, and you have clearly taken this tenet to heart. A furnishing such as this will help to ensure that the hard place is our patron's home away from home. Now then, let me examine it by the light. Yes, the quality is above reproach, befitting the opulence that the hard place endeavors to deliver. Very well done. Oh, I just missed the level up. Darn. Many thanks for your many deliveries, my friend. Truly, you are skilled at what you do, and truly, I have a keen eye for skill. Ha. You have delivered the weekly maximum of 6 items to Adkurik. You may begin making deliveries again starting Tuesday at 4 a.m. Earth time. Alright. So we're gonna go and we're gonna mop up a few things. So that way I can clear out my journal quite easier. Binding of coil. So we're gonna knock out a few of the extreme modes and the ballads. So let's go to Mordona. Yes. We're gonna go to Mordona. We're gonna talk with the wandering minstrel. For those of you who don't know, the Wandering Minstrel is actually Yoshi P's NPC. Eager to listen to my harp, are you? For what higher praise could a minstrel ask than to have as an audience the very hero who provides inspiration for his songs? Yet I have no fresh compositions I deem fit for a champion's ears. Would that I possess something more to amuse you. I missed the cutscene in Kugane with him, because unfortunately I was a dupe and off screen I could talk to him, so I don't have his little conversation. But basically it was to the tune of, "We meet again, friend, in this strange Far East land," and all this other stuff about, "If you have any stories, let me know and I'll be able to regale you with song." And then you get, you know, extreme modes for the Stormblood stuff. Ah, I have been struck by the most wonderful idea. You shall be the author and the subject of your own creations. Yes, by weaving an epic with your own endeavors, you will find yourself casting a critical eye upon past deeds. Think of such works as muses for future growth. There's no difficult thing to pen a poem. The words will come of their own accord, I assure you. Simply envision the scene and describe the memories in faithful detail. Omit not and add not, and the truth shall remain. Reciting the finished piece should then serve to bring the past to vivid life in your mind's eye. And when you look back upon events with undistracted clarity, what was hidden in chaos may now seem blindingly clear, especially when things are uncolored by the embellishments I might bring to the story. May the recording of your sagas reward you with inspiration and insight. Oh, and do return sometime and share what you have wrought. Duty recorder unlocked. You now have access to the duty recorder, allowing you to document duties for viewing within an in-room. Open the duty recorder interface located under duty in the main menu and view the help text for further details on how to use this feature. I didn't even know this was unlockable. Huh. You desire an encore? Very well. It would be my pleasure. Hero, I give you Ultima's Bane. From an era long forgotten, a blade of midnight drawn, from a distant land uncharted, a warrior who bears the dawn. I don't sing, sorry. Wait, do I have Ultima's Bane? Yeah, I do have Ultima's Bane. So what we're going to do is I'm going to unsync this, because finding an actual team for these extremes is pretty much moot by now. You'll practically never get them unless you have actual guildmates that will do it. And I'm not going to impose upon my guildmates to actively commit to these. So this is basically the extreme version of fighting the Ultima weapon. Time for me to toast you. Game over, 13 seconds. That might be my best work yet. Was it not just as you remember, Hero? Not exactly. Come now, what's the harm in a little exaggeration? I only changed a few details for dramatic effect. And even if I had not, others would have done so eventually. 'Tis the nature of every story to grow with each telling. Yay, Wondrous Tales duties complete. A seal can be added. Thornton's Reign, Nidhogg's Rage, Sing Me Another Song. What's this one? Oh. So that adds that one. Nidhogg's Rage, that adds that one. I'm eventually gonna need to unlock those. How much journal room? I could add them. Greetings, Hero. Yon bard has been gazing forlornly at the door for days, awaiting your return to the seventh heaven. Pray be so kind as to indulge the suffering fool and favor him with one of your epic tales. It seems his inspiration has run dry once more, and only a draft of your most excellent adventuring vintage will slake his creative thirst. Nidhogg's Rage. Greetings, hero. I am ever glad to see you pass through the seventh heaven with purposeful stride. Although one of my more persistent patrons will be gladder still. I've been requested to direct you into his presence at your earliest convenience. If you've a moment to spare from saving the realm, pray rescue my establishment from the piteous mewling of a story-starved minstrel. Hero, at last! In muted agony have I lingered, longing to hear the hero himself speak of his epic deeds in Ishgard and beyond. The frozen tundra you braved, and into the vault of the heavens you ascended, to a sacred peak with both temple and tomb, to a ruined city reborn and resettled, to a citadel of the ancients you ventured, parting the misty veil of millennia. The journey made by you and your companions has made its mark upon the stars, and I would hear the tale in its entirety. So it went like this. Your words have worked a miracle upon my melancholy heart. New verses arise unbidden and threaten to spill from my lips. My harp, I must have my harp. The song of war twixt worm and man, some 1,000 years ago began, when mortals grasped for godly might, defaming name of king and knight. In Nazi's law for woe or weal, did holy will meet righteous steel, and thence was high divinity compelled by light to bend the knee. What say you? Have I captured the spirit of your triumph? Pray forgive any small liberties I may have taken with the details. One cannot evoke the proper picture of your glory without a certain measure of embellishment. Boom. Give me 2 seconds. I need to write something down. Oh. I just saw something going on while I'm also reviewing some video of my live streams for another game. And I need that actual part. Underground. Thank you for the little bit of wait. Hero, I have subsisted on the scraps of travelers, all but wasting away whilst I awaited the full repast that only you can provide. They say you brought an end to 1,000 years of war, that the great worm Nidhogg shall no more darken the skies of Ishgard. But the dragon's song must have a final verse. I beg of you, feed me every morsel. I shall devour every sight, every sound, every blow that you landed upon his scaly hide. So it went like this. What glorious fare! Brother set against brother, a fallen companion saved. I am revived and restored, and my fingers ache to strum the score. Eternal is a dragon's woe. Unceasing doth his anguish flow. Yet for the walls of Ishgard high, 'gainst blood did Hraesvelgr ally. Eternal is a dragon's rage, dread Nidhogg's wrath did span an age. Yet by his hatred, brother's eye, did light quell shade and vengeance die. What say you? Does your blood not quicken at the tale's retelling? One might accuse the language of being overly flowery, but epic deeds demand epic depictions. Do you not agree? Boom. Yay. Now, I don't know if I could actually knock out Nidhogg and, I should be able to knock out Nidhogg and, Thordon, Knights of the Round. But it might be a little difficult. Especially Nidhogg might be a little bit of a problem. I need to figure out where to go. I think I can get Shiva and a few others back here. Ah, that was the Odin unlock. Judgment bolts and lightning. Well, if it isn't the Slayer of Ramu, come to see me in the flesh. How fortunate that you should happen by. I was in fact on the verge of sending a runner to track you down. We've had some troubling news from the Sylphs of Little Solace. It appears that the Lord 11 walks the 12's Wood yet again. From what I understand of the Elder Seedseer's explanation, your last encounter with the Primal was a relatively peaceful affair. There was a battle, aye, but one for which Ramu did not begrudge your victory. Why then has he returned to the forest? 'Tis you, Lieutenant Hero, whom fate has chosen to uncover the answer to that question. It seems that Phrixio, the Sylph leader, would discuss the matter with you personally. Speak first to Delexia in Little Solace, and she will announce your arrival to their leader. Ah, and I would also consider it a favor if you could pass along aught you learned to the Scions. As I understand it, Archon Oriange is a keen scholar in the field of all matters primal. Pray make your final report to him. The bad bladder is the Ixal Beast Tribe unlock. Seeking Solace. That is not the one I want. How do you unlock Shiva Extreme then? Weird. I can check on it. Give me a second. Oriange gives it to me. Damn. I might have to do the other ones first. At least I'm able to fly super fast. Sorry, I was reading some important messages from work. And Seeking Solace was the unlock for the Sylphs. Walking One is here. Has Walking One heard of Lord Ramu's return? Yep. Then this one does not need to explain. Walking One should wait here while this one fetches Elder One. Walking One is most welcome in this one's home. The gentle sighs of winds and trees and brooks told these ones of Walking One's peaceful words with Lord Ramu. These ones also heard that Thunderous One challenged Walking One to battle. This one is certain that Lord Ramu was pleased with Walking One's strength. And such strength Walking One has. Arrow-shooting ones often tell grand tales of Walking One, and these ones are glad to call Walking One friend. But this one must warn Walking One. Touched ones have summoned Lord Ramu once more, and this time with an offering of many, many more crystals. This one does not think Thunderous One means to bring judgment to Gridania. After all, Lord Ramu made a special promise to Walking One. It is the intentions of touched ones that concern this one. Touched ones yet act in fear and in hate. Even should Lord Ramu ignore Touched One's destructive wishes, his presence alone drains the land of Aether. It is not just Gridania, but the entire realm that Thunderous One threatens. Life will seep from the soil, crops will wither and die. Then, though Lord Ramu will otherwise, Walking Ones will go to war over what remains. This one begs Brave and Courageous One to fight again. Touched Ones must understand that summoning Thunderous One is futile, that Thunderous One respects the strength of Walking One. Understood. I need a drink. Thank you. This one knew Walking One would do the right thing. Walking One knows how to visit the striking tree, touch the aetherite found in the domain of Touched Ones, and Walking One will soon be face to beard with Lord Ramu. These ones will listen to the forest voices for news of Walking One's victory. So now I gotta go and attune, and I can go knock Ramu on his bearded butt. Oops. Pew! It's like the third thing I unlocked today. Alright, Striking Tree Extreme. And then we'll go to Oriange. I also have a chance of getting mounts here. Elemental horses. So I'll finally be able to start farming those. Plus I can make weapons and housing items from the materials. Got it as a epic beard. Shocking. Contempt of court. Shattered. Oh, I got the mount on the first try. Yes. Oh, hell yeah. I got the Thunder Horse Markab. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so I'm actually going to go ahead and mount on that one. Yay. And of course you get the fight music as the riding music. Which is gonna completely ruin the this episode for copyright. I always get claimed on these videos, but I don't care. It's not like I'm gonna get paid by YouTube anyways. That's a pipe dream and a half. Great hate dark matter. Greetings, hero. Though I would not discourage the company, few cross the threshold of the waking sands on a mere whim. Dost thou require mine aid in some manner? He's back in his old garb. The Lord of Leven was returned unto the forest. The sylphs challenged the Sahagan for the swiftness of their summoning. And thy account doth paint most vividly the image of Ramu's amplified energies. I fear the touched ones too dabble in sacrificial ritual. Thy stern expression bespeaks thy understanding. Even the denizens of the Twelveswood possess no immunity against Ashian manipulations. Once more we are reminded that only with the lifting of darkness shall this primal nightmare cease to haunt us. We shall prevail, warrior of light. By the radiance of thee and thy companions we shall prevail. Drop dead Shiva. By thy high deeds were the people of Kurthis spared certain doom at the hands of a deiform entity. Yet, if the missive we have received from Lord Drillamont of House Durandare speaketh true, 'twould seem that hard-won respite hath come and gone. Recovered from her wounds, the Lady Isar hath rejoined the struggle against Ishgard. Worse, 'tis said that her disciples have already laid claim to a hoard of crystals. A hoard far exceeding the quantity we recently wrested from the caravans of Haas Fortom. 'Tis all but certain that the heretic's mistress intendeth to call upon Saint Shiva once more. And so, once more must Eorzea's blade of light be brought to bear against the primal. None save thee hath might enough to defeat such a foe. 'Tis for this reason that Lord Drillamont hath requested thy presence at Whitebrim Front. Pray thee thither with all haste. I'm just gonna pick all these up. Primal Awakening. When the Cenary moon did wane, there sounded a blood-curdling roar. A new primal had roused, the portent gave us to believe, one whose identity yet lieth beyond our ken. By thy hand 3 primals have since been vanquished. As each returned to the ether, 'twas observed that tremors foreshadowing this fourth grew in strength and frequency both. The being doth quicken, and in time it shall become a scourge upon the land. Yet even as we pondered a course of action, a benevolent soul did arise, one who would forestall this threat. Though she be tender in years, she is true of heart and steadfast of resolve. She would solicit thine aid, if thou art willing to proffer it. Lest thou wonder, this maiden is of our order. Thus did the antecedent straightways consent that thou shouldst assist her however thou mayest. As soon as thou art able, heed thee to Wineport, where thy petitioner doth await thee even now. Thou shalt for a certainty find her visage strikingly familiar. So this Primal Awakening is the start of the Coils of Bahamut, which is the very first raids of this game. Again, stuff that I will be doing on my own, like unsynced. Ooh. It is decided. The stance of the Scions must evolve from shifting sand to unyielding stone. My place, however, is here in this land of unending tragedy. Ere must I remain until the true nature of the primals is revealed unto me. Many seasons did I toil to fashion a net across this vast realm, a net that catcheth not fish, but nuggets of wisdom more valuable than gold. Yet even possessed of this hoard of knowledge, I cannot purchase all the keys to the confounding doors that bar my passage. Thus must I presume to unsheath the blade born of light. Thine is a strength that shattereth the stoutest barriers, and doth pierce that which obfuscates the impotent gaze of ordinary men. We have not the luxury of time required for thy measured scholarly pace. For my measured scholarly pace. For the adder's nest is astir, hissing with the news of Garuda's return. Her winds have grown ever more violent, ever more destructive. What lieth behind this sudden waxing of power? The answer may well prove a vital piece of the puzzle of the primal's existence. Mine eyes perceive a looming wall of strife, poised to crash down upon our cities with unrestrained fury. For the nonce, you must pacify the lady of the vortex. Swiftly now to the adder's nest. High Serpent, Commander Halo, will have such details as thou needst to proceed. I shall await thee at the waking sands and pray for thy success. Sure. Garuda Extreme. The King Lives. Amongst Mughal-kind, the legend of good King Mughal the 12th doth tell of a wise and magnanimous ruler. Alas, the entity thus summoned put the lie to this imagining with his brief and decidedly unpeaceful reign. 'Twas most disturbing for me to learn, then, that the Mogul's guard have once more succeeded in placing their manic potentate upon his thorny throne. Methinks the agents of chaos doth lurk in the shadows of this deed. Only with the Ashian's guileful intervention could they have called the king back from the Aether with such haste. As ever, it falls to thee, to the blade born of light, to banish the Paragon's dark ambition from our realm. The 12 only know what dire power doth corrupt the savior of these gentle forest folk. Thy name has been called, hero. The more moderate faction of the Mughals hath joined with the Order of the Twin Adder in an effort to open thee a path to the good king's domain. I bid thee make haste to the adder's nest, and once more pledge thine aid in disposing this royal myth made flesh. King Mughal the 12th, Extreme, Whirl of a Time. The Lord of the World slain at thy hand. 'Twas a deed both heroic and historic, a tale to be told down the ages. I fear, however, that the terror of the indigo deep did slumber but briefly in the ethereal sea. The maelstrom hath assured me with unhappy certitude that Leviathan doth stir from abyss once more. Should this indeed prove the case, we face a most troubling and chilling predicament. The Lord of the World is a voracious being, not less than a treasure trove of crystals would serve to lure the entity back to our plane of existence. 'Tis folly, then, to believe the sea-bound beastmen could gather such a haul with such impossible alacrity. The Sahagan, I believe, have been entertaining Ashian guests. A threat of unprecedented magnitude now loometh over limbs of Lamenza. Take thee the swiftest road to Maelstrom Command and offer thy stalwart service. Thy shining light must needs illuminate the ocean's darkened swell. Alright, drop dead Shiva. Speak with Drillamont, Wiper in front. Urian J can give the Wandering Minstrel a run for his money. In terms of being eloquent with words. Ooh, something sold. Oops, I did not mean to land. Gotcha. My gratitude for your timely return, hero. Would that it were under better circumstances. Our efforts to contain the heretic threat in the western highlands beyond Snowcloak have suffered a grievous setback. In order to support expeditions further afield, we sought to establish an outpost in the heretic's former fortress. Under guard, our craftsmen began the necessary improvements, and for a time all proceeded according to plan. The building work had scarce begun when Iceheart's minions descended upon the fortress from all directions. If I were to guess, I would say that they deliberately delayed their attack until sufficient supplies had been delivered to their doorstep. I do not begrudge my men their decision to flee. By all accounts, it would have been a slaughter, any survivors condemned to a fate worse than death at the hands of their leader. However, by abandoning our crystal stores, we have given the heretics the means to summon their patron saint. I beseech you, hero, slayer of the gods of beastmen, who banished once before the demon who threatens us now, lend us your strength. Infiltrate Snowcloak and put an end to Iceheart's machinations. Sure. Thank you, my friend. Do I pray you can stop her before she completes her ritual? I have faith you can defeat Shiva should it come to that. One of Ser Amaric's temple knights awaits you at Snowcloak. He shall guide you through secret tunnels to the Eighth Ray at the heart of the heretics' fortifications. Once you may gain entrance to Iceheart Sanctuary as before. Cool. Fly. Fly, you foosh. Pardon me. It is an honor, sir. When you are ready, I shall lead you through the tunnels to the Aetherite. We shall not be troubled by heretics or beasts along the way, so you may concentrate solely on the task at hand. May the Fury grant you the strength to strike down that heathen witch once and for all. Yay! Akafai Amphitheater Extreme! Sorry, my voice cracked. I'm gonna knock this one out. Ah, you sail. I wasn't exactly a fan of this version of Shiva. I like the way that she's able to be, like, she can control herself, but I just don't like the look too much. Like the hair crown, kind of eh. I'm gonna take this slowly. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna get a bonus of... This is also going to give me a huge amount of, whatchamacallit. Haha. I bow down to your mighty stomp. Bye-bye. Let it go. An astromere. Ooh, I got an ice weapon coffer. I love the Shiva weapon for the paladin. My fave. Diamond dust. I'm filling up with a lot of friggin' stuff. Alright. Adder's Nest, Adder Nest, Wineport. Report to Drillamont. Lefty, take me back to Drilly. I'm getting a huge amount of tombstones for this too. Am I getting seals? Oh yes. I'm getting whatchamacallits too. Second chances. I love it. Praise Helone for your safe return. All here prayed for your success, hero. Tell us, have our prayers been answered? Yes, she's done for now. Even stronger than before, you say? Then we are truly fortunate for your intervention. Yet it would be wrong to glory in this victory, for it is yours, not ours. Indeed, your very presence here is a testament to the inadequacy of our own preparations. Plainly, it is time that we reapprised the threat posed by the heretics and our readiness to address it. I can no longer say with any certainty that we are equal to the task, but this is none of your concern, forgive me. Your deeds shall not be forgotten, my friend. You, Urian J, and your entire order have my utmost thanks. So basically, I didn't get the horse for that one, but, you know, it happens. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this ice astrometer, because I don't like that one. And then I'll knock out Thunderbolt, because I need to keep bag slots. Dang. Yes, the large Levin Orb. I needed one of those. Put this here, that there. I'll put this here, actually. Put that away. Yay. Save me some spots. And some slots. Ah, Lieutenant Hero. Might I deduce from your stern expression that you have heard the disturbing news? Aye, Garuda returns once more to plague our nightmares. I fear this incarnation of the lady is more tempestuous than aught we have yet witnessed. If you are prepared to face this roiling storm, then I will brief you on what must be done. Silver piece. Yeah, we'll do a silver piece. Lieutenant Hero, glad I am to see you. I assume you have been apprised of the situation regarding the Mughal monarch. After your previous deposal of the king, Kuplo Kop approached the Mogul's guard and attempted to convince them of the error of their ways. Unfortunately, it appears his efforts of persuasion had rather the opposite effect. The royal sentries reportedly flew into a frenzy and focused their righteous indignation into a new summoning ritual. Mayhap it was the unwavering intensity of the Mogul's guard's prayers, but the king has returned to the forest enveloped in an almost blinding aura of majesty. Kuplo Kop tells us that this dauntingly maniacal avatar is now taken to calling himself Great King Mogul Mog the 12th. Suffice it to say that the Elder Seedseer is willing to condone the necessary act of regicide. For the safety of all who dwell within the Twelves Wood, it has been decided that the king must fall. A certain member of the Elder Seedseer's personal guard has already escorted Kuplo Kop to the ward that shields the monarch's domain. Those among us with the ability to see Moogles are often in high demand, but considering the urgency of your mission, our leader felt it best to expedite matters. Pray make your preparations and set out as soon as you are able. Kupla Kop awaits you in the Bramble Patch in the East Shroud. Cool. Apparently I have not fought him in Triple Triad. I gladly accept your challenge, and though this be but a game, know that I am no less honored for the chance to test myself against you. I need 3 cards from him. Ascension? Oh, we are gonna go use this deck then for Ascension. Dang. I win. Triple Team 5. A humbling experience. In cards, at least, I believed that I could best you, but such naive anticipation sealed my defeat ere I picked my deck. I think that achievement gave me another card. Yes! Heaven's Word Y'shtola. Yay. Gale Force Warning. We first learned of Garuda's return when the Primal fell upon the Blue Badgers as they sought to construct a new watch spire. The devastation was absolute. According to the report of the one surviving engineer, Garuda invoked the most horrific gale with but a gesture of her taloned hand. The powerful winds tore apart the half-built tower, crushing the workers and scattering their broken bodies like dolls. By all accounts, it appears the Lady of the Vortex has grown stronger with this summoning. She must be stopped before the casualties are allowed to pile any higher. But as you might imagine, the Ixal, eager to please their bloodthirsty goddess, are engaging our troops on every front. I have not the soldiers to spare for a primal hunting expedition. Thus I sent word to the Scions to beg the aid of proven champions. You and your companions are our best hope for freeing Gridania of this rampaging fiend. I ask that you confront Garuda at her customary domain, the Howling Eye. Such a titanic conflict is best confined to Ixali lands, wouldn't you agree? Though I imagine the Birdmen have since made adjustments to their crystal, the Beastman Aetheryte found within Natalon remains the surest means of entry. May the 12 strengthen your arm, Lieutenant Hero. And then Seeking Solace is not what I'm looking for. Let's go and do that while I'm here too. Unlock Odin. Hero, I have heard much of your deeds in recent days. You come to lend your strength to the primal investigation, yes? Your aid is most welcome. Who was that man in black? I shall proceed directly to the matter at hand. Though still unsubstantial, ill rumors stir amongst the townspeople of late, rumors of a shadow-clad knight who rides in the shroud. Under normal circumstances, I would pay such idle ghost stories little heed. This time, however, we have reason to suspect. I need a drink. Ah, better. We have not to gain by rushing to judgment. I would have you go to the streets, Hero. Speak with the people and hear their words with your own ears. Oh, Snikes. I was right in target range. The Ghost Knight? I saw him, clad from head to toe in armor that seemed forged from shadow itself, galloping through the shroud atop his hellsborn steed. Mark my words, the trees themselves were quivering in fear at that night. I've not slept a wink since I returned. Then you sure have been You're really tired then. Yes, I saw the Black Knight, after which I promptly fled for my dear life. Should you end up in my position, you'd be wise to do the same. I have my pride, but I'm not fool enough to cast my life away. Besides, one look was enough to know, this is a manifestation of pure evil. Were he to turn that massive sword against Gridania, all our lances as one could not hope to stand in his way. That's foreboding. Wee. Spinneroonie. Yeah, don't sneak up on me like that, friend. Forgive me, ever since espying a glimpse of that ghastly horseman, my heart won't stop racing. I knew the elementals would punish us sooner or later for daring to disobey their will. This is surely a sign of sinister happenings to come. I saw him clearly as day, or clear as night, you might say, with me own two eyes. More fearsome than the rider was his ghastly steed. I know not where you've traveled, but I can assure you you've not seen more frightening a beast. One thing I can tell you, friend, that was no spectre or shadow. Nay, he was as solid as you or me. A copy of Oblivion. Ha! I got a copy of a game. Inside of a game. A knight clad in shadow-forged armor, a mammoth sword and hell's-born steed. It is clear now. Our worst forebodings have proven most unfortunately prescient. I'm gonna pick the gold piece. The Dark Divinity. A ghostly knight atop his baleful steed. It is as I feared. The rumors bear most inauspicious resemblance to the references in ancient scripture describing Odin, the Dark Divinity. It is my suspicion that the Dark Horseman of Rumor is indeed Odin, and furthermore, that this malevolent presence is a primal. And yet before the god's quiver takes action, I would seek the counsel of one versed in the holy writings. Make for Quarry Mill and seek out brother Pesi. I would know what he knows, and be swift, hero. If Odin has truly come to the Shroud, time is not on our side. Now we're gonna go to the Bramble Patch. I'm gonna go knock out King Mugamog, the 12th. Oh yeah, I'm gonna open these up, by the way. The reason why I keep defaulting the Paladin, you sometimes get double loot when you do that. Oh, that's not the real one. Oh, wolf ramming it. I love it. I guess I could like that too. Oh. Be a good idea to go back on my warrior. Oh, I knew you'd come. At least I was hoping, Kupo. Not long ago, I had a stern word with the Moggles Guard about the dangers of turning pleasant fairy tales into disturbing reality, but they insisted that the intimidating force that is good King Moogalmog XII, may his scepter of judgment ever command our respect, is exactly the sort of savior we need. The Moggles Guard are afraid, Kupo, afraid of how the forest has changed, afraid of the never-ending conflict, afraid that we Moogles will have no place in this new world. I am scared of all those things too, but the thought of unleashing our royal menace upon the Twelveswood scares me even more, Kupo. Please, you must deal with them firmly before this goes too far. A measured thrashing, of course, nothing too brutal. You can enter Thornmarch here, though the tear I made in the ward. Take care, good fortune, and in the meantime, I'll go let the others know that great King Moogalmog XII, may his reign end with minimal bloodshed, will be vacating his throne, Kupo. Boo. Alright, you big fluff ball, you're going down. Excuse me. Woof. Good Kingslayer. I got a kingly whisker, yay. Report to Urian J. Maelstrom Command, 8th right. Quarry Mill, we can go to Quarry Mill next. That'll be Odin. Then I gotta go to Natalin for Garuda. And then I'm going to go to Maelstrom Command. We're gonna knock out various things. Nope, that's not where I'm supposed to go. I am Oap Pesi, and you must be the adventurer I've been expecting. Ah yes, Odin, the dark divinity. But Lord Lewin is understandably distressed at his arrival. As one who has read the scriptures, however, I am not entirely surprised. Odin, as the ancient writings have it, rode forth into our world, wielding a dark blade capable of cleaving earth and the heavens. By his fell blade did perish earth herself, and countless multitudes of her people. At long last, the great hero of Alag did arise to do battle with the dark god. Odin was slain and his spirit sealed within a forest spring. For years this was thought to be a mere wives' tale, a ghost story told by mothers to frighten their young ones into obedience. But recent archaeological studies at Alagon ruins have unearthed damning evidence to the contrary, and now these rumors. The scriptures claim that the dark divinity slumbers in Earth's fount, deep in the heart of the shroud, where the power of a crystal confines him. I have ventured into the forest and seen the crystal with my own eyes, but this was many years ago. It is entirely within the realm of possibility that something has gone terribly awry, and the fetters of crystal confine the dark divinity no longer. I would send you to Earth's fount to investigate the matter, but be forewarned. Your path will not be an easy one. Should any evil spirits stand in your way, this water of cleansing should avail you. Hefty! The last of the Alagons. Obtain a centered binding stone from Earth's seal. Gonna have to spend my tombstone soon. Over halfway full. The crystalline gal that held the dark divinity in check. Were you able to ascertain what has become of it? Magical energy still remains in the stone, though its powers have grown dim. What's more, behold how the stone has been cleaved clear in twain by Odin's fell blade. There can be no doubt. Yes, there can be no doubt as to the identity of our unwelcome guest. And yet it is almost curious. If the dark divinity rides free, why does he tarry in the shroud? Any road, you're to be commended for your bravery, adventurer. Simi is preparing a report on this very matter as we speak. I would be most grateful if you could share your findings with her as well. So it is indeed as we feared. The seal of Earth's fount has been broken, and the dark divinity rides again. I must draft a report immediately. Give me that gold piece. All you wanted to know about Odin. Your assistance in the investigation has proven invaluable, adventurer. You have our thanks. With your aid, I have finally managed to complete my report, a thorough survey of all eyewitness reports, along with the most credible theories regarding Dark Divinity's presence in the Shroud. I intend to deliver copies of the report to Brother Oap Pesi and Lord Lewin myself. The Scions, too, will no doubt be eager to learn of our findings. I would be most appreciative if you could deliver a copy to Urian J in my stead. My duties demand that I remain composed, but in all truth, I fear for the fate of our people. Should the time come that the Dark Divinity draws the blade against Gridania, promise me that we can count on your aid. Sure. I'm going to Natala now. Go to knock out that. Ah, and Gilded Wings I soar. Target locked on. Pew. Oh shit, Ashians. The Howling Eye. Let's knock it out. I swear she's like the most psychotic of them all. Bring me on, let me at her. Let me at her. I'm not gonna be able to hit her anyways for now, and it's just gonna waste. Gone with the wind, baby. A vortex feather, yay! Oh, cutscene. What's that? I don't remember that cutscene. Our efforts to augment Garuda's powers were met with the predicted success. It is mildly unsatisfying, then, that the Primal was thus summarily defeated. Against the Bringer of Light, it appears a heavier hand is required, and now that the focus has been discovered, it is of no consequence. Even should they understand the significance of its presence, they have no means to prevent the summonings. And the Beastmen continue to crave ever more powerful avatars every time their gods fall. With each link forged in this chain of ambition, the shackles of chaos are bound ever tighter. It is not for us to entertain such speculation. We are bid only to convey what we have witnessed. Let us be gone from here. Kingly Whisker, Vortex. We're gonna go ahead and descend this. Descend this. I got another Kingly Whisker. Yay. Alright, so why import Orion J, Gridania. Go back to Gridania. Once more, Garuda has fallen to your might. You have our gratitude, Lieutenant Hero. We are blessed to count such heroes among our allies. What's this? A memento of the battle, mayhap. What an uncanny arrangement of bone. I have never seen its like. I could not guess for what foul ritual this object would be used. Might there be some connection to the primal, considering the place in which it was found? I must ask that you take this grisly trophy to the Waking Sands and consult with Orion J. Perhaps he can provide some insight. Hey, another Orion J return. We're gonna go to Maelstrom Command, though. I think this is the Kobolds. Yeah, highway robbery is the Kobolds unlock. Hero of the Scions, you are, as ever, a welcome sight at Maelstrom Command. Our worst fears are realized. The primal Leviathan has returned to threaten our shores. We do not think it possible for the Fishbacks to summon their rapacious god without a considerably longer period of preparation, but there can be no mistake. Prior to contacting Orion J, we received a report detailing the almost complete destruction of a merchant fleet upon the open sea. Only one vessel managed to limp into port, bearing the decidedly unwelcome news of Leviathan's resurgence. Judging by the testimony given by the surviving crew members, the massive waves the entity leveled against the ships dwarfed anything we have ever seen in the Primal Command before. Should he unleash a tidal wave of similarly empowered proportions, Limsa would be scraped from this island like a barnacle from a hull. It is with such dread imaginings in mind that I bid you sail forth to slay the Lord of the World yet again. Our strategy remains unchanged. The twin vessel, the War Eater, is already being prepared under the command of Storm Marshal Slafsfrin. Make your way to the Moraby dry docks once your own preparations are complete. Seek out Sergeant Sternalona, and she will see you safely aboard the ship. May the Navigator guide you and protect you. They came from the deep. That would be the unlock for the Sahagin. We're going to go to the Moraby dry docks now. Storm Sergeant Sternalona at your service. The World Eater is loaded and ready, sir. I'll give the signal for the towing vessel to depart as soon as you're aboard. Leviathan was sighted some distance from the coast, so there should be more than enough time to build up to ramming speed. The entire crew is willing to lay down their lives to ensure that you reach your target, sir, so you just concentrate on skewering that overgrown sea serpent. Sweet. It's unlocked. This will be the last one, it looks like. Time to knock him out. I gotta be careful with this, because I can get knocked off and have to reset. Now it's time I gotta be careful. I eat whirls for breakfast. Dang. No mount. Oh well. Alright, so Orion J, Vesper Bay, yeah, Waking Sands, Vortex, Ritual Focus, Wineport, Orion J, Terraces, okay. Pretty much unlocked everything. That's the leaves, yep. I'm gonna fly on over here on Hefty, and then I'm gonna go ahead and call it, because it's just about time for me to... Well, we'll turn these in and then we'll go and do that. We'll go ahead and end it. I should probably knock out some of this stuff. I'll put this in there. Ooh, I do need to get rid of that Crypt Lurker axe. Oop. Hero, I am most heartened by thy safe return. Wert thou able to cast light on the shadows that haunt the shroud? So it's true. Having awakened from nigh eternal slumber, the dark divinity now rides free in the shroud. Whilst you were afield, I immersed myself in the scriptures. The more I scoured the words, the more I did realize that the writings draw heavily upon Allegan historical chronicles. History is quite a fascinating beast, is it not? One nation's glory is another's suffering, one nation's great hero, another's most abhorrent villain. I mean not to speak in platitudes, only to say that there is never but a single side to any story, even a story that is presented as historical fact. To what end did the great hero of Alag seal Odin in a gall of crystal? What impels the dark divinity to ride once again? Cast thine light on the shadows of history, friend, that we might be delivered from the darkness. I'll take a critical hit. Thou art returned whole from thy grueling trial. Hath the battle with the lady gifted thee a glimpse into the primal's fortress of inscrutability? A ritual focus of Exali bone, home to what tainted powers I cannot say. Pray leave this curiosity with me, that I might dwell further on its nature. Garuda's unseemly strength was not fueled by crystal caches and tempered worship alone. Nay, I fear some new rite of summoning was employed. The rigid culture of the Ixal rarely spawneth such anomaly. Methinks agents more deeply versed in primal lore have meddled here, the Ascians for a certainty. And if those servants of darkness are afoot, they will not stop at a single tribe. Such revelations do much to explain my recent communications. Art thou prepared to struggle once more against the beastman god? 'Tis not the first time I have seen thee stride into the waking sands wearing such a look. Thou art as an open book, hero, and wherein the tale of thy victory is writ large. In her redoubled strength I glimpse the dark hand of the Paragons. Her return and her very defeat serveth merely to continue the escalating cycle of conflict. Full glad am I of thine all-surpassing martial skills, hero, yet still more glad would I be were the not required. Would that Lady Iceheart could be made to abandon her misbegotten crusade, till she be thus converted, or else slain, the people of Ishgard will know no peace. But be not disheartened. One day, by thy light, the darkness within and without shall be purged, and the Ascians shall taste lasting defeat. We need only have faith. Quake me up before you owe Gamoro. The Maelstrom has sent word of a mountain-shaking tremor felt by every man and beast in the northern half of Vilbrand. Aye, the kobolds have awoken the Lord of Crags, and this shuddering arrival doth echo with the heightened strength shown by his sister Primal. Seek thee out, High Storm Commander Rashat Riki at Maelstrom Command in Limzo Menza. Thy path leads once more to the stony feet of Titan. And I will go back there, and then I will talk to Rashat Riki when I get back on. But now I must end this here, as it has been 2 hours. Thank you all for watching. This has been part 163 of my playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. If you'd like to go ahead and give me a thumbs up by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, or keep with the content. Be sure to hit that bell if you want to have notifications of when I go live or release new content. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. No spoilers, please. And I will see you all in the next video. Catch you then. Later.